woman
on the news
behind the
journal.
Amazon empire. Would you stand by a man who had nothing, starting a business from his garage? No mansion, no luxury car, and to save money, he ate instant noodles every day. But MacKenzie Scott still chose to marry Jeff Bezos, without hesitation. She didn't marry him for money, because back then, Bezos could barely afford rent. She didn't marry him for fame, because Amazon was still just a tiny, unknown startup. She chose him because she believed, this man will change the world. No one knew that the woman packing books and delivering them from a garage would one day become the cornerstone of the world's largest e-commerce empire. In 1992, MacKenzie and Bezos met at D. Shaw, a Wall Street hedge fund. She was a newly hired research associate. He was the firm's vice president. MacKenzie later recalled, his laugh was like a thunderstorm, impossible to ignore. A few months later, they married in a whirlwind romance and moved to Seattle, chasing a wild entrepreneurial dream. In 1994, Bezos quit his high-paying Wall Street job, risking everything. With their modest life savings, they launched Amazon from their garage. Back then, nobody believed in the idea of selling books online. But instead of discouraging him, MacKenzie became his first employee and most loyal supporter. She managed the finances and accounting, personally overseeing every bill and expense. She delivered packages herself, driving their old Chevy to hand-deliver boxes of books to customers. She wrote the business plan, helping Bezos persuade investors during critical funding rounds. At that time, MacKenzie wasn't the wife of a billionaire. She was a warrior fighting alongside him. For the first 4 years, Amazon struggled, losing money year after year. Investors doubted them, and Bezos was under immense pressure, often losing sleep. But MacKenzie was always there, standing by him through the darkest days. She took care of their home, allowing Bezos to fully focus on building the company. When Amazon faced cash flow issues, MacKenzie handled the company's accounting and financial operations, keeping the business afloat. During Bezos' most stressful moments, she encouraged him to keep going. She was never in the spotlight, but she was the woman who made Amazon's success possible. In 2019, Bezos and MacKenzie announced their divorce. As one of Amazon's early co-founders, she received 4% of Amazon's shares, worth over $35 billion, making her one of the richest women in the world. But instead of living a life of luxury, MacKenzie dedicated her wealth to philanthropy. In just a few years, she donated over $15 billion, supporting education, women's rights, and poverty relief. She was named one of Time magazine's most influential people of the year. In an open letter, MacKenzie wrote, "Wealth can build the self, but giving can change the world." Jeff Bezos became the richest man in the world, hailed by the media as the e-commerce king. But behind him stood a woman who once delivered packages from a garage and stood by him through his lowest moments, MacKenzie Scott. She was not just the wife of a successful man, she was one of the true architects of the Amazon empire. She proved that true success is not measured by wealth, but by how many lives you choose to uplift. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have you ever had someone stand by you during your toughest times? Share your story in the comments below.